Anyway, okay kids, how you doing? Got a lot to bitch about tonight. Number one, I'm bleeding. The knuckleheads up in San Francisco, or Sacramento is what I call it. They now want me to fill out an application so that they can, I don't really know what it's for, but they want my fingerprints so that they can determine whether or not the gun that I've had for 35 years, that I bought at, where did I get that? Herb Bauer. And had it for 35 years, and it's been registered every day to me. And now they want to determine whether I should be able to own it or not. Can you believe that? These fucking people are brain dead, see? And see this right here? See this right here? That's a firearm safety card. What they call it here, anyway. I had to get that to get my gun out from the police. Police have my gun. Police have no problem giving me my gun back. The judge had no problem giving me the gun back. The DA has no problem with it. Only one that has a problem with it is this Chingadare fucking knucklehead up in Sacramento, our Attorney General, two words that should never be seen together. And his little games, see. So what they want me to do is spend about another $150 so they can sit around for another 6 weeks spinning on their thumbs, or spinning on each other's thumbs. I don't know how they do it up there. It's close enough to San Francisco, I don't know. But they want to do that so they can sit around for 6 weeks and then make a judgment on whether I should be able to own this or not. If I should have a gun. Okay, you know, I've got a .44 Magnum right somewhere. It's right up there. And assorted rifles and shotguns and stuff like that. Just normal everyday stuff. And I don't know what's wrong with these guys, man. Seems like they don't have to follow any time frame, but you do. Oh boy, you got to jump whenever they say frog. So, you know, they got their little time frames to give to you, and apparently they don't have to go by that same time frame, because it, first of all, they tell you 30 days. That's what the police tell you. Got a letter, it says that right there. Right here, see, this is all the crap that I've had to make and copy, and because these guys are not capable of chewing gum and walking at the same time, apparently. Look at this, here we go. See all this crap? Look at that. 20 pages or more in each one of these little deals here. It's incredible. They all say the same thing. Oh well, you know, you have to wait, or if it's been less than 90 days, don't even bother contacting us, because we're far too busy. Okay? It says, well, and if it's been after 90 days, well, you have to submit this paper again and tell us your name and case number and all that fucking bullshit again. So I end up sending them copies of all this stuff. This is copies. And I get back form letters every fucking time, 4 times, saying Well, include your name and license number and all this crap, and I've sent them email. I put about 25 attachments onto that email and sent that along, and then I printed all that stuff out and got 12 pages of the stuff they wanted, and again, and I get the same letter back. You know, it's like they didn't look at anything. So I started trying to run their stupid fax machine out of ink there by sending them 24 pages of stuff a day, because I wasn't sure if the first 12 went through, so I had to make sure, you know how that goes. How fax machines are. It's ancient technology now. So they finally sent me a letter that it's undetermined. And I read somewhere in one of their little propaganda leaflet things that it says if there's something wrong with your paperwork, they'll send it back within 90 days. Well, that's bullshit. They waited 242 days before they sent me that letter saying, oh, well, this is missing, that's missing. I don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. And they won't tell me. You know, it's a big secret. I guess the life as we know it will cease to exist if I know what fucking paperwork I'm supposed to have for these clowns. I have no idea. They just expect me to throw $150 out there and hire an attorney and do all this stupid nonsense for nothing. It's a stupid misunderstanding started this because somebody had to play their goddamn music from, 5 houses away and so loud that you can hear it in my house. Cops won't come out because we have selective law enforcement, let's say, and they're always far too busy. Hell, I couldn't even get through to them on a phone. That's why I went down there. But boy, now I didn't know that this silly girl had even seen this fucking gun. I mean, if I'd have had my Levi's on instead of my sweatpants, there would have been no issue. Or if they'd have just stayed on their own side of the fence. No, they got to come running out into the to the sidewalk to talk to me face to face. I guess I don't know what their fucking problem was, but I asked them. Well, I thought it's nice for me. Hey, can you please turn the music down? I'm 5 houses away across the street, and I can hear it in my living room. I had to signal her with the damn, I got one of those strobe flashlights. And, because I knew I could stand there yelling for 15 minutes and they wouldn't hear me. So, I told her thank you and turned around and walked off. Well, apparently she saw the handle of it or something. I was trying to keep it as low key as possible. I was even carrying it in my left hand. And I guess when the people across the street from her had called the police at I don't know what time. She started at 8 o'clock and it was now 10:30. And that's why I went down there, because I couldn't get hold of the cops, and that's just the way it is around here. So anyway, she tells them, oh, well, some guy come down here with a gun. Ooh, Holy shit, they called the fucking SWAT team out here. I'm in here trying to fix my phones because they're falling apart. And I see lights going by outside. Well, what the hell's this? You know? I look out there, there's cops looking under cars and everything along the street. Fuck. I don't know what the hell they're doing. So I go back to fixing my phone. All of a sudden it starts to ring. Well, I don't have any handsets that'll work. I'm working on another one, trying to get it so it'll work. You can talk on them, but you can't hear anything. Great idea. Thank you, Pacific Bell. So, anyhow, the phone rings, and it gets to where the answering machine is going to pick it up, and as soon as it did, they hung up. Next thing I hear is, you know, over the loudspeaker that now they're parked up in the driveway and they're all taking tactical positions on me and shit. You know. And it was the, you know, oh, come out with your hands up. So I went ahead and went out there, and you know, he's, you know, keep your hands in the air, turn around. There's 5 of them out there now. There's 2 cars, 5 officers, and I didn't see these guys till later, but apparently the SWAT team was down there with their M16s and all that shit. He was going to take me out, I guess. Because I'm this big bad criminal. Anyway. So... He says, turn around and put your hands up, keep your hands up, turn around. And I turned around. I figured he wanted me to turn all the way around, you know. And so I turned all the way around, and then he says, walk towards my voice. And I said, I can see you. So I walked over there, and, you know, this other guy, this other officer, he, you know, hooked me up, did the old chicken wing thing on me, so you know you can't get. I've done it to people myself when I was at the Greyhound, but you know, you can't never get comfortable because it's one of them's always going to be biting into your wrist, and I felt him double lock the cuffs. You know, it's. I mean, it's only obvious when it happens. Anyway, so now they're asking me all these questions, and you know, do you know why we're here? And I said, well, not really. I said, the only thing I can think of that I've done lately was ask those people down the street to turn their music down. Well, did you have a gun? Yeah, I had a gun. I didn't even know anybody was living there, you know? And they were jamming that fucking gangsta, all bass fucking bullshit music at, you know, 147 decibels. I couldn't even hear the jets taking off because this shit was so loud. And, he, you know, oh, well, where is it? Well, it's in the house. I didn't think I was going to have to bring it out here and gunfight with you, so yeah, it's in the house. Well, can we go in there? Well, I said, well, I'd rather not have all of you going in there and tearing everything up. So the one that hooked me up, he says, okay, well, that's exactly what we're going to do. I said, oh, man, really? So I told him where it was, and sure enough, they came in and they found it, and then they found my 44, and then they found all my rifles, and you know, shotgun, and I've got some shells, not very many. I've got all this stuff neatly in cases, and everything's registered and legal. And matter of fact, he come out and asked me that. He says, all those guns in there, because my AK-47 is unique, to say the least. I said, yeah, I got all the paperwork in there. You want to see it? Well, I hadn't lied to him yet, so, you know, figured there wasn't no sense in it. He even asked me when I was I was out of the car for some reason, I don't know why, but I was still handcuffed. And he says, was the gun loaded when you took it down there? And I told him straight up, yeah, of course it was loaded. If it ain't loaded, it's an $800 club, okay? And if I wanted to club somebody, I got 2 bats right here by the door. I was carrying it for my protection. You understand? My knees and my back and my heart are so fucked up that at any minute I could just keel over and die, okay? So, and I can't run because my knees are screwed up, and I walk like Dr. Zaius now from the Planet of the Apes movies. And went to court and got everything done and did everything like I was supposed to do, and they still want to fuck with me. So my letters to them were respectful at first. And then I started giving them the amount of sarcasm that they needed. So, apparently they didn't like that too much. Well, I don't give a fuck what they like. You know, they're violating my Second Amendment rights, and this stupid clown that is the Attorney General, he's making sure that all of the illegals can come here, and because he's our first Hispanic Attorney General. Well, whoop-de-goddamn to do. Unbelievable. So he wants to make chores so he can get elected again. And seeing now, this is all falling into the thing I talked about last time about our renew by mail. This isn't mine, it's my stupid kids. You can renew by mail. You can start the review by mail. You cannot get it done. But what you can do is you can register to vote. What are the odds of that? The DMV and the Attorney General, that's the same little seal on there that maybe he's got, are making it easier. On the second page of this it says, now if you're not a citizen, you can't register. Now these people are here illegally, okay? Do you honestly think they care if it's illegal to sign this form? What are they gonna do, you know? These fucking guys are as transparent as saran wrap. And as predictable as sticking your foot in the water and knowing it's going to get wet. That's the way they work up there. Now, during all this time, the city now, or the county, apparently sent me a jury summons, and I've gotten those before, and I've done whatever I had to do to do them. Well, they sent me a letter. First thing on it was, oh, we're threatening you to take you fine you and put you in jail and this and that. So I got an attitude too, like, hey, fuck you, you know that? That's my attitude towards almost all of the government now, is, hey, fuck you. And I wrote him a classic letter back, boy. And, you know, I told him, hey, well, you got 3 things you can do here. Is you can send the summons again, because they wanted me to go down there. They expected me to go down there, jump up and run down there, you know. And I could hardly walk, and they want me to go downtown, park a half a mile away from the damn courthouse, and then walk over to it. Fuck that. I can't walk to the end of the block, okay? And so I told him, you can send that summons again, and I will promptly take it or fax it to my doctor and let him explain it a little better to you if you can't understand my English. And or you can come and arrest me and take me straight to the hospital, because you're not going to have all this shit that I have to take every day to stay alive. Or, number 3, you can act like civilized humans, and maybe, just maybe, you could put an option on your little phone recorder there, because you don't want to talk to anybody except in a fucking tape. An option that I can either talk to somebody or what for my situation. It's just flat out just, oh, well, here, call here, do this, do that, do this. Well, no, fuck you. So, I'm fighting with them now. I would like to show you one more thing, and there will be a test. This is what they worry about here in this town. You know, if there's any kids, you might want to get them out of here, because this is some pretty horrible stuff. I used to have a Trans Am, okay? First car I ever bought new, 79 Trans Am. And you can't even see it where it was sitting. You can't even see it from the street, right? Well, apparently some eagle-eyed person saw it and then came up and trespassed on my property to take these pictures. Oh my God, look at that. Isn't that terrible? It's an unregistered, abandoned vehicle is what they're calling it, you know. It's in my fucking driveway. It's in the carport. Oh, well, it has to be, you know, completely covered if you're going to have it out here. Oh, yeah, okay, well, I'll just go and slap my $4,000 worth of true spokes on it and let them rust out here, too. Stupid son of a bitch. And, I told him, you know, okay, I'll take care of it. I had to go and buy 4 tires for it. Found them back on the original rims, and as soon as I did that, I took the exhaust manifolds, or the catalytic converter, and I took all that stuff loose, and I just sat there and did burnouts back and forth and back and forth in my RV parking area there, you know. And the whole time I'm saying, hey, ain't that much better? Don't you like that now? I got tires on this sumbitch and it runs. You know, you send people out here to get into my fucking business, you get to listen to this now. daily, maybe even nightly. I don't know. I haven't decided how much I'm going to fuck with you yet. So, that's what they do here. And then there's the real bad stuff. I don't know how we possibly could have survived this little snafu here. Violation of city code. Tell me it's not in here. Oh, yeah, okay, here it is. This is what they worry about here. Garbage. See that? That's garbage. In the wrong container. See? It's in most places you got to separate the trash from the recyclables, and which is fine. I have no problem doing that. As a matter of fact, that's what it was until somebody comes along with their shopping cart and digs through it and and mixes it all together. How am I supposed to control that? They want you to put the shit out at 6 o'clock at night the day before the pickup. So, they come rattling through here. I've even seen people get out of pickups that were nicer than mine, digging through the cans out front. And I videotaped them and asked them were they having a good time. And they got offended, I guess, and left. But this was at 5 o'clock in the morning. We've got Mr. Sulu, I think that's his name, out taking pictures of garbage. And then they send me a letter saying, oh, well, you can't be doing this. You can't be mixing this garbage up with your recyclables. So I told him, hey, same thing I just told you. These people come and they do this. How am I supposed to control it? And besides that, isn't it illegal? Oh, well, no. Anything you put out at the street is, like fair game, I guess. Okay, so that's great. So we put everything out there, and then that's kind of like robbing from the city, because now they're not getting their recyclable stuff in the can, or that they would be getting, because they're letting these people do this shit. Does that make sense to you? If it does, run for fucking governor, okay? Because you're about as smart as he is. And I finally just up and told him, hey, look, until you put a stop to it, don't send me your fucking little letters here. I ain't afraid of you. I ain't afraid of nothing that goes on down there in their little glass palace. I've been playing this game a long time. I know what they can do and can't do, but they don't know that I know that. So, I turn around and start reciting shit to them, and then it shuts them up. I've got stuff here from when Bubba, you remember Bubba on Heat of the Night? Well, he was our mayor for a while. When my kids started going to high school over here, and they're crying about truancy and all this shit, and but they won't do anything about it. No, they call me at work. I'm out driving around with, tons of fucking asphalt or base rock or dirt or whatever the hell I happen to be hauling. I'm out here running around trying to build their fucking little shopping centers for them. So, they'll have a yuppie place to go hang out. And I get calls from work or from the office, So I have to call them back and find out what the hell their problem is. Oh, well, your son's doing this. Well, what do you want me to do about it? I get up at 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning, you know? When he leaves the house and gets to your school, he's your responsibility, not mine. Can you understand that? I even called the cop over there Columbo. I said, damn. Because he says, oh, we definitely have a truancy problem here. And I said, wow, Columbo, you figured that out all by yourself, huh? And he didn't appreciate that much, but I didn't care. You know? I don't know what this is, this state's going to end up like, but it ain't going to be good. Because with all the voter fraud and everything that's going to go on now, you're not going to see a Republican get elected for anything out here now. You know? Why? Well, because the Democrats give them everything they want. Free health care, like that stupid bitch in Congress. Oh, man. Well, that'll cost about $8 trillion, which is more than the economy. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Then you got that Kamala Harris, who apparently slept her way up there, talking about signing executive orders to for gun traders, or the guys that have licenses to sell firearms, or middleman a deal. You know, oh boy, I'm gonna make sure that they lose their licenses and can't fucking do anything. You can't do that, you stupid bitch. You think you can just waltz in there and start making your own fucking laws? Have you ever read anything about Congress or the Constitution or the way that it works? Checks and balances, that's, you know, legislature, administrative, executive. You can't just do whatever the fuck you want to. But, see now, these fucking idiots are buying this shit, you know. Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You ain't going to do nothing. Nothing. Not that's going to affect people like that, because you know what's going to happen? We're going to have a civil fucking war going. And I ain't bullshitting you, okay? So, in the unlikely chance that one of the liberal ding-dongs gets elected, you can count on some heavy shit coming down. I just want to get my fucking pistol back and get out of this place, man. It's just, it's turned into a shithole. Like the, those crazy bitches that, that think that Trump told them to just go back where you came from. Well, he did kind of say that. He said, go back home and, you know, your country's all fucked up. You go home and fix that, and then come back and tell us how to fix this, how you did it. So they took that, of course, as Trump being a racist and a bigot, and they all play the race cards, see? Every stinking one of them. Fucking towel heads and Moulignons, all of them, all playing the race card. I said last time, I don't give a fuck what you are. If you don't fuck with me, you're alright, okay? Simple as that. Don't care who you are, what you are, color you are. If you like fucking fire plugs out on the street, hey, that's fine. I don't care. Just don't bring it around me. I have to dot your fucking eye. So, oh boy. Anyhow, just remember, PC now stands for Punch Connected. Okay? That's the new definition. And as always, if it's stupid, it started in California. Okay, kiddies. Let's see you next time around, huh?